Well, Lenore's doing that. What are the rest of you doing? Because it's not like she just looks and is like there. Like it's not like it takes time. So what are the rest of you doing while she's doing that?
Is she making it known that she's trying to look for?
Yeah, she's probably like crouching down, getting close to the ground. You're like Jackal from like Rainbow Six, like sniffing footprints, that sort of stuff.
Can I give her a Skaldic?
Oh, you can, yeah. Oh wow, Skull giving someone else a die for one. It's a little weird. Normally Skull is hoard that shit for combat.
Are Skaldics the same as Bardic?
Yeah.
It's the same system, yeah.
Nice.
Oh, that's good.
One.
You know what? Here, I'll roll a D100 for you guys.
Oh.
For your boy Alphonse. If he gets a 15 or below, he has guidance.
Holy shit!
Oh my god!
That's my
So
boy!
he has
That's my
just
boy
the right
Louis
magic.
right there! That's my boy! Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
Can we also use that for what he rolled? So just
You do work a lot with Alphonse. He is an academic, sort of. He's a functional academic, not a knowledge for knowledge sake academic. He believes that how's this? He's like a theologist scientist. That the world was created in a divine way. Science and academia is how us as mortals understand the world. The creation of the divine. So he's a bit of a nerd in that respect.
I can respect that.
And because guidance is a cantrip, and all spellcasters, well, I guess not all of them, but most of them have to start at cantrips, he has the guidance cantrip. So there you go, add a d4.
Yippee!
Woo!
Nice.
So went from 13 to like
that's nice.
25?
Is it?
20, yeah,
Yeah,
25.
Of course, it's a 13.
12 plus 13, so
Damn.
25.
Yeah, I believe
Yeah.
Alphonse was fucking 3. So that's what she's doing. We'll cover that result later. What are the rest of you doing? As she apparently thoroughly inspects the nearby environment. Emboldened by the flame of your champion.
I guess keeping an eye out for things that are around, if there's like living creatures.
Sure, roll me a perception check.
Sure. Mostly because I know this banner is very visible, so maybe someone saw it and decided to investigate. Where the fuck is perception? There we go. I don't see shit. Anyways.
Can I help with that, by any chance?
You could roll your own.
Okay, we'll do that.
Sticks will be in the back. Just watching the back line, making sure no one's
Yeah.
coming.
Alright, so you keeping an eye out, roll perception. Yeah, not bad.
Nettie just sees Solgallo?
Sogello.
Oh, Galio.
Or
Solgallo just
Solgallo,
struggling and
sorry.
just like, come on, sit down, girl.
So Galio, the light and general warmth of your presence as well as the banner is so beautiful. It's blinding in certain respects.
Keep getting distracted, getting lost in the eyes of the banner. Wait, hold on.
For Nettie, you scan around and don't really spot anything. You think you see some movement in the lake itself, but that's not necessarily uncommon, right? Fish and crabs and starfish and etc. Like things do live in frozen water because the water is actually not as cold as the surface, funnily enough. For Dix, as you guys are looking around, getting a general sense of your environment, keeping an eye out as dutiful, diligent, that's a better word, diligent knights that you are. You see across the lake on one of the other embankments, the snow embankments on the other side, some 10, 15 feet above quote-unquote sea level, which is the lake surface. You swear for a moment you see a tuft of gray move. Just go down, slide down the other side of the embankment.
He'll point it out. Did you see that?
You just say that aloud?
Yeah. He'll point it out over there.
You guys all turn to see where he's pointing, like that one meme. It's like, oh shit! And you see nothing except the snow embankment.
I see nothing. What did you see?
a gray spot.
Okay, spot.
Yeah.
Charles walks up to you and does like
There's something.
he puts up his hands at varying distances from each other to try to ask you like how big. He starts at like a loaf of bread size, then he expands it even wider.
Hey, what
like
kind of bread? 'Cause that could mean different sizes. Ooh, a short sword.
Probably, like the width of a head. Right, so it's a bit squatter than a whole loaf of bread.
Right there.
Charles squeezes his hands to the appropriate distance and looks down at them. Just stares at his hands for a couple seconds. Deep in thought.
How fast did it move? Do you know? Did not move at all?
It was quite fast to dodge down the side of the embankment.
Yeah.
What do you think it is?
Could you address that too?
What was his name? He was holding up his hand.
Charles?
Yeah, Charles. I'll direct it straight to Charles.
He looks up from his hands at you and shrugs.
Oh.
Then he turns to look at Bruno, who's like in the middle of like watching Lenore do her work, and he's like listening clearly because he turns to look at you guys. Don't look at me. I'm not the errant. He turns to look at Lenore. Oi. Lady Lenore.
I think hearing her name now, having been previously very focused on the task at hand, she looks up. Yes?
Sir Styx saw something. Small, grey, over yonder. And I did what it was. With that amazing description.
Looking to Styx. Anything else you can tell me?
What all did he see?
26. It was something probably about a halfling's height, peeking up over the ridge of the snow embankment on the side opposite of you guys. The entire shape was this gray coloration, but it did have some different tints here and there on its person. And before you could turn your gaze from your corner of your eye looking at it to directly looking at it, it scuttled down its side of the embankment in a very, very fast way.
Okay.
26 is pretty good. It did have horns or antlers.
It was something the size of a halfling. Just gray. It might have had antlers.
She nods as she
looks-
listens. Looking out in that direction, she doesn't expect to see anything.
Mm-mm.
Assuming you mentioned that it ducked down pretty quick.
Yeah, he mentioned that.
She'll... Go ahead.
Could it be game? Or food?
As she's thinking and talking, she's going to stare off a little bit of ways from the direction that Styx saw it in hopes of catching it peeking again. But to her knowledge, what creatures out here have antlers and horns?
Caribou, reindeer, Moose.
At least
Meese.
moose.
Anything that are smaller than.
Well, here's
Definitely too big to be a halfling.
here's the kicker.
Yeah.
One, it could just be a young version of that.
Hmm.
Two is because he saw it on the other side of the ridge. So if we imagine a ridge like this,
It could be
if you're
different
standing
size.
here, you're only seeing this section of it,
Mhm.
right? So it could be taller than what you see. It's just peeking over, right? Looking at you.
Mhm.
So
Which way is the wind going? Towards or away from?
it rolls down from the mountains.
It is possible it could be game.
And the banquet was on the other side of the lake.
Yeah.
Okay. So Orin begins walking across the lake.
He's just like, yeah,
As
I don't
he
got time
begins
for this.
walking across, you guys do hear under his plated form the ice settle a bit deeper, but it doesn't break or anything. It doesn't crack or split or nothing.
Ooh.
Crack,
Just
crack.
Charles immediately rushes after and like follows him.
if it is a caribou or something of the like, you're going to scare it. You are
Rolls his
downwind.
neck. You hear the cracks from that far out.
Oh, dear.
It bounces on the lake surface.
I'll be able to shoot it before it gets too far.
I am not worried about that. I am worried if it is not a docile creature like that.
There's only one way to find out, and then he'll start following.
That's why he's got the spoon.
Uh,
So, I guess we go across. Trailblazer?
Go across carefully.
Right. I mean, at least we won't be the first ones to go down, right?
Ever the optimistic, aren't you, Nettie?
Oh, right, try to be. Let's go.
if I walk across with like all the heat shit going on, will I slowly melt the lake, or would it have to be like
No.
direct intense heat?
Let's
Okay.
hope not, my god.
I don't want it to be
Lost.
everyone's walking, they turn around, there's just a hole in the
It's-
ice where I used to be.
It's like, how to say this? For
It's
everyone else, you're
thick.
staying warm for as long as you keep moving, right? That's pretty standard for cold weather.
Mhm.
For Solgaleo, you stay warm even when you're standing still, but it takes all of your natural warmth to stay naturally warm. It's not
Yeah.
so
It's not
powerful that you're
radiating.
leaving behind extra wide footprints or anything like that.
Gotcha. Cool.
Before we
you
get
are
too-
thermostabilized, whereas they're thermovolatile.
Ah, there
Ow.
you go. Before we get too far in chasing this, what can I tell from that survival roll I did?
Oh yeah, my bad.
No, no worries.
Let's see, 25. 25. Let's see. So trying to track this individual, this murderer in theory, across, you see different micro fractures in certain parts of the depth of the lake. Not the bottom, not the actual inside of it, but the center of the frozen surface on top of it, indicating where you assume that they're walking. But this is the weird part, and this is good that you got a 25. The distance from one fracture to the next is quite far, more than a normal person could, stride, right? Even if they were to do the splits and are like a sextant and like turn like 180 degrees to step and then turn and go 180 degrees on the next step, that's which is really fucking crazy and stupid to think about. Even if they did that crazy stupid thing, the gap from one step to the next is way too far. It's inhuman. It's impossible. It might indicate that they're jumping, and they have a really hefty jump spacing. But if someone is wearing full plate, you can see someone doing that jump. The question is the why. Is there something that detects steps that requires the use of jumping? If so, then you guys would have triggered it already.
I was gonna say.
Right? If this were like me forcing a combat encounter, I'm like, don't roll initiative. No, that's not what's happening. So it just leaves this mystery to you, like, why? They do cross the lake, although they don't go directly across. They don't do like what I guess what you guys are doing, which very good job on this little trail you guys are doing so far.
Yeah.
They veer northeast still.
And that's the direction they were going before.
It's veered slightly, but only by a couple of degrees.
Which, I mean, makes sense when you're just walking, right?
Yeah, but aside from that, yeah, it's the same general direction.
Okay.
Also, my arm is bleeding because Tango was quote unquote playing with me, so I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Plan your next steps in like the 30 seconds.
Yeah. Mortally wounded.
I'm having fun with this map
Why
thing,
would
honestly.
something cross the lake like that? But you guys aren't dead, so we know it's not the footstep thing.
Mhm.
Say not detecting.
What pattern was it in again? It was like they're saying they were turning like 180 degrees, right? Every step.
He was saying that even if someone strode to their longest leg, like foot to foot, as far as you could go, you still would not reach the distance needed to take a step like that. So there's no way they're walking normally unless they have freakishly long legs. He was saying that you could probably jump it, and if you weren't wearing full plate or really heavy stuff, you'd probably be able to, do a hefty jump like that, but still weird.
You could probably do a superhuman feat like that.
When to
Yes,
go?
Commander.
Warden. No, I'm kidding.
What did you say?
An Ash Warden.
An Ash Warden could do that. Your commander, in theory, could also do that because she's built different like that. I think Styx took your glory paladin, right? Oh no, he's BRB. I don't know. Let's double check his sheet.
I didn't know that was a class. You just show up to the session and say, "Hey, BRB," and then just leave for the entire session.
He is a glory paladin, and he does have the Peerless Athlete channel divinity, so he, in theory, could also do it because I think it just increases like how far you jump when you activate it.
So if you're built different,
Maybe Styx did it.
Yeah, maybe he did.
Yeah,
Good
you
idea,
do
ahead
it
of
beforehand,
time.
I'm also wondering why they would do it though.
That's the other question.
Yeah.
If anything, I'd be more concerned because if you jump, that means it's a heavy impact on one spot in the thing once you land.
Mm-hmm.
Was it maybe a stride like they were running?
It wouldn't be that.
Because your stride increases when you're
No,
running,
it'd be
right?
impossible.
It's impossible.
No, not by this. Okay. Not by that
Like
point.
even if, as I was saying, if you were to go on the on the splits, like your legs, you make a split, and you pivoted your leg around the other leg like a fucking sextant, that still wouldn't be it would still be further than that.
Okay. As a question, does it seem like there's larger impact spots suggesting they did jump, landed, and it caused more of an impact, or does it seem like even across the thing, even though stepwise that would make no sense for it to be able to reach that far?
I think the fact that you guys are able to see these fractures, these micro fractures in the first place, is proof that they had to have landed hard, because you guys walking aren't leaving cracks, and you guys are at full plate. Well, not all of you, but most of you.
Enough of us that we'd notice a pattern if there was one.
Yeah.
Okay. And they're the same footprints that we've been following, right?
Yeah, well, as far as we can tell. As far as I can tell.
Footprints, yeah. The jump prints, I guess.
It's the same
Impact marks.
trail. It goes the same direction, and
Okay,
I
yeah,
assume
I see
the tree picks up in the snow on the other side.
Oh, you know what it is? They just have a pogo stick.
Damn, why didn't I think of that?
Do you jump to this side? No, you don't jump to this side. It'd be humanly impossible. Do you go to the other side?
She would follow the champion and his little posse for a minute, but she would deviate and go alongside the trail rather than on top of the trail left behind.
Alphonse will go with you. Bruno will be in between you guys on the ridge.
Hell yeah.
He unshoulders his rifle. Which you guys don't know, wouldn't be really using guns because you can't see that far out. But for this, he's just fuck it,
He has a lot of clearing that he could see.
As long as you guys are on the lakes area, yeah. So, you guys cross across the lake, following behind your champion. How dutiful of you. So, champion, you are the first to crest above the ridgeline, wherein you see a hole, a depression.
Oh.
It's me.
Not like a tunnel hole, but like,
Okay.
like we imagine like here's a snow surface, because it's sloped, right? There's like a depression,
Something was sitting there.
and then
Imprint of something sitting here.
yes. No trail leading away or to it.
I think grabbing the base of his weapon's like blade, like he is in the token. He reaches out to press the spot with the pommel of.
Just like poke it. Like, boop.
Nothing there.
Nothing hiding underneath the surface from the looks of it.
Mhm.
It does look like the snow still goes down even deeper if you want to push your pommel into it.
Yeah, how far
But
does it
as
go?
of right now, it's like compressed. Probably another foot and a half.
There weren't trees over here, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so nothing to see if like, oh, it took off and then hit a branch or some shit.
Yeah.
There might be trees nearby that are the quote-unquote pillars of the embankments that you're standing on right now. But if there are, you guys haven't entered into a snow well or tree well or anything yet.
You say there's no tracks leading away from this depression.
No, sir.
That's strange.
Roll me a perception check.
I was about to ask.
Anyone that is accompanying your champion can also roll a perception check.
That would take me away from the trail.
Your
Oh
lord,
my god.
my lordship. Wait, no, you're not lord.
Look
You're not writing that down.
at that.
Yeah, we're not recording two-shot ones or anything, so you're golden.
Well.
Apparently,
You got an
apparently
actual 20, that's so good.
Jakes is like the scene guy.
Mm.
Apparently.
Eyes wide
I assume we're close
open.
enough to get guidance.
You are. Are you going with him or are you separate?
I'd asked and you hadn't answered, so I thought I'd roll and wait. But if it would take me away from the trail, then no.
It would take you away from the trail.
Okay, then I'll stay near the trail.
So yeah,
And that-
Sir Orin, you are perplexed of how deep this snow goes. Like you put your whole hand grip into the snow and it still feels like it goes deeper. It's nature's scary, but also beautiful. Am I right?
You are.
Mhm.
That was.
How great thou art.
Nettie, scanning around, the visibility as you guys look on the other side of the embankment, away from the lakeside, is resumed, like it's back to limited visibility. Like the wind is kicked back up on this side, to the point where you guys can't see that far out. So, Galileo at 21, your perception is a bit of a different one. As you get closer to this imprint, you're not a paladin, but you are divinely attuned, so to speak. As you get closer to this spot, there is a scent, an odor that hits your nose. This gross, disgusting scent, like rotten meat or fermented fish. Like that one fermented fish that Scandinavian people eat that you have to open underwater because it's so volatile otherwise. Like something like
God,
that.
that's-
Like it hits your nose and stays there for several seconds before it fades away. But it's clearly noticeable. It's very pungent.
Right.
And it confuses you that your fellows aren't smelling it either. So that's that. So that's 21, special to you. 29, nat 20. Styx, as you get to the top of the not-so-grassy knoll here, you see your champion ascertaining the depth of the snow, trying to find his own trail as if he were, doing his own knight-errant abilities. And you see out in the corner of the snowy wind that gray figure. Standing a bit more upright this time, not merely the upper segment of it cresting above the ridge. It stands 9 feet tall.
Oh.
You can see the antlers at full capacity now. They're not snow white. They do have a bit of discoloration. It's like sort of yellow or brown or off-white sort of coloration to them, which trail down to its face. And you realize, perhaps you didn't see it in the blur earlier, it has a skull mask or face or something like that the antlers protrude from. It does stand on goat legs or some sort of backward-kneed legs, and it disappears as a particularly strong gust of wind blows a wave of snow, and it disappears. And only you seem to have seen it at the very edge of your guys' visibility.
Hell yeah.
He's gonna think about saying something.
While you're
You
thinking
think
about that,
saying something.
And then
while you think about
he
that,
kind of just
Oh, never mind.
retracts because he doesn't think anyone's going to believe him. But he is definitely holding tighter.
He's
to his
in
rifle.
He's like, did I see that? I don't think I saw that.
We're deciding that we didn't see that.
With you not saying anything, my person would pop up, I guess. Does any of you smell that?
Smell what?
Something off rotten.
No, we found a dead carcass or something. I'm
I
surprised
look-
it would even smell out here.
Would my character have an idea that, like, out of game, there's, like, divine sense from paladins that, like, can detect, like, undead or desecrated land? Would she have a relative idea that that's a thing?
Yeah, you would.
Okay. Then she would, especially with it being, like, so instant and gone and nobody else detects it, she would probably deposit the idea of, there are some more religiously inclined that's, I don't know what the fuck this accent is. Anyways, religiously inclined that detect the undeath, and sometimes it manifests as a smell.
I
And
can have a check, see if I see anything. If you want.
I would not be against it.
Sticks, do you want to help? Yes? Join? Two better than one?
He'll kind of like snap at a staring.
Step back to
Yes, I will help.
Good, you're right there? Staring off into
uh,
the distance.
Perfectly fine. Just tired.
It's
Is
a-
all. Oh,
I-
fuck you.
Yeah. Roll me a deception check at disadvantage.
There's no way.
You can get like double nat 20. I don't know.
Take that 6.
The lying is unbecoming of him.
Thou wouldst lie in the face of your champion. Thy champion.
It's gonna be
What
you all day. No lies. Here, champion. I just thought I seen something.
What did you think you saw?
A horned creature with goat legs.
Goat legs.
And
There.
it vanished with the wind.
Are you sure it wasn't just
Besides
a
what
ram?
happening.
We are hella doing divine sense right now.
I mean, I don't know what the we stuff is. You speaking for yourself, unless you're talking French right now.
Divine sense, oui.
Sure. Yeah, roll.
S'il vous plaît.
Hit the button for
Merci,
divine sense for me.
Steven, s'il vous plaît.
Yeah, roll hit the button
Divine
for divine
sense,
sense.
There is evil out here.
Vertu. There is evil afoot I do not like. No, no, no.
60 feet of you,
Why'd
not
you spell
behind
divine
total
sense like
cover.
that?
You do not
Divine.
detect any creature of those classifications within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover.
Looks at the snow.
Anymore.
Anymore?
You do catch the scent of what Solgaleo was talking about, though. This fermented fish, rotted flesh, bloody scent. This iron-tinged odor amidst the cold.
Is she able? This is going to be like a feckin' far reach, but is she able to like tell where it's coming from?
That imprint
Is it
that
close by?
the champion was touching.
Oh right, yeah, sorry, yeah. Okay, yeah, she's like, I don't sense the whole thing with god legs, but oh god, that smell. Het heeft me nog te zien now. Rotten fish, yeah? Oh,
Fermented.
Normal.
Yeah.
fermented. Same difference, but no, I did not sense a creature. Anyway, he did not close by, at least.
Sure, we'll scan the edge of our sight, edge of our visibility, before he says, "We should return to the others. It would not be wise to separate ourselves, so keep all your bullets in one chamber, yes?
Right.
In one cylinder, I guess."
One clip, one magazine. One belt.
Carlos has his blade drawn, like he's squared off, he's like ready to go. Meanwhile, Knight Errant, you went to the other side, direct opposite of where the trail indicated.
Yeah, like where the trail continues afterwards.
You see, as you get to the other side, the steps do not resume. Not in the same manner that they were in before. They now follow the same deep, imprinted manner as the lake had. As you crest onto the other side of this ridge, this snow embankment, you do see a clearance zone, like where the snow is like a 20-foot radius thereabouts. Not perfect. It's not a perfect circle, but like a 20-foot radius zone, which is thoroughly flattened. Like something big just came in, cowabunga the snow, and now like this is like their snow ass imprint.
Really?
Yeah, that's not to say there's an actual butt cheek imprint. You know what I mean?
I was gonna ask, does it look like something was walking around flattening it? Does it look like it's uneven footprints? Like, it's flat, but is it like you put a board in the snow, or is it like you walked along a path in the snow?
Roll me nature.
Can do.
You do get guidance from your boy.
My man.
Very good. Very good. Let me take a sip of my energy drink here.
Yeah. Get energized.
Looking at it, it does look like something. How to say? Universally flattened out. Like it was all done in one moment.
Oh.
Right. The even compression, so to speak, is what is able to tell you that. So like people doing avalanche testing.
But in a 20-foot radius, roughly.
Mm-hmm.
I do not
Alphonse
like
is like-
the sight of this.
Agreed. He's like walking along the circumference of it, sort of examining it, seeing like the
Lenore refuses
sudden
to step
shift
within it. Lenore refuses to step within the flattened area.
Roll me a perception check.
Can do. Perception.
Not bad. Not bad. 26.
Not bad at all.
There is some things in like inside it, inside the not the center, exact center, but like towards the center of it. Little fragments are poking up ever so slightly. Pale white. They blend very well into the snow. But at 26, you're able to spot them. Several fragments of something. They all look to be the same material.
Same size or different sizes?
Different sizes.
Do they look sharp?
Yeah.
Do they look jagged?
Yeah.
I don't know if she'd be able to tell, but honing in on it, does it look like bone?
Potentially.
Alphonse, do you see those? That's who followed me, right? It was Alphonse?
Yeah, Alphonse.
Okay.
He looks and squints. Crouches to like it's like someone trying to see like if the floor is level. They like
Yeah.
put their head next to the ground and see. It's like, okay, do I see across it
That's
entirely?
flat.
And yeah, he begins nodding in his sideways manner. I do. What is that? He stands back up.
I'm not sure. I wonder if it is bone, but it could be anything. It looks jagged, so I don't suppose it is something that was carved. At least not properly.
He looks
I
at
worry that
you,
this...
then looks at the center of this radius.